Okay. As much as I would love to be playing, John Carpenter's Halloween theme, um, we can't legally do that. So, maybe I'll try again later. But hello, humans and non-humans. It's been a while. And I almost let this October slid by, but I was like, nah, we gotta make ourselves a Halloween special. And I want to talk about a film that I feel like is overhated, and that is Halloween Kills. As you can see by my poster that I have in the back, I even got a little jumpsuit on. Totally not DVD Michael's outfit. I just found this, just don't mind me, I know the render doesn't match up well, but this is the closest we're gonna get for me wearing an outfit. Uh, Halloween Kills. It's the second film of the Blumhouse trilogy. So we started off with Halloween 2018 and ended with Halloween Ends. And Halloween Kills is the middle child that, for some reason, I don't know why, I'm still baffled. It gets lumped in with the bad Halloween movies, and it never made sense to me. Cause like I don't know, like I've been watching this film for years because like I like to do Halloween marathons. So I start with the original, and then depending what I'm feel like in it, I ever go like the two and then H2O, or I go to the 2018 to ends. Which sometimes I don't do ends, but like I kind of do it now because just for completion purposes. But we're not talking about Halloween ends. That's a whole different mess, which maybe I might talk about if people are intrigued about my opinions, because there are some parts I kind of did like, but then there's a lot of parts I did not like. I don't know, man. I want to talk about ends one day, but not now. It left. Oh man, no. Let's go back to the topic on hand. Halloween Kills. So, what's the issue? To be frank, I haven't found I found a few pointers that of what people didn't like, which was pretty odd because like when I first saw the film, I was like, oh, it's Halloween 2018, but more of it, and great additions. Like I don't know, like this was like so. So this is why I'm so shocked. So Halloween 2018, as we know, is a follow up to the original movie, which was pretty cool that it ignores Halloween 2 lore altogether because I've never been a fan of Michael being a sibling to Laurie Strode. Like, I know some people are like, "Whoa, that's so cool," but it's literally just Star Wars right there. Like, ooh man, like we're secretly siblings, and I don't like that. And then also the big reason why I don't like the idea of Michael and Laurie being related is because they were like, oh, the reason why Michael wants to kill Laurie is because they're related, and woo, woo, woo. But I never liked the idea of giving the shape a motive to kill. Like, I always gonna say this, the idea of like this thing, like that takes a shape of a man and just kills for no reason, unrelenting, mind you. That's just terrifying than a guy that has a motive. It's like, oh, he just wants to kill people connected to his family. Okay, I'm just gonna walk out of here. And then it brings into question like why does he kill other people then? Like no, it's so dumb. And then because like Halloween 4, well, because the Thorn trilogy try to make more sense of it, which it's oof, oh gosh, ugh. Okay, I don't want to go around that. So 2018, just the original movie. And what's pretty cool was they're already laying the foundation to Halloween Kills. We have background characters in 2018 who become more important in Kills, and then also we have some background characters in Kills that are referenced and ends, and it's pretty cool, like how the Blumhouse trilogy managed to make Haddonfield feel alive. Like you go like make some like cool history videos, which I'm pretty sure they are exist. Like literally, you can follow a bloodline. Like the let's see. Cause like in the original film, we had like Tommy was being bullied by Lonnie, and then we find out that Lonnie was being bullied by was it like not the McAllisters. I forgot what they were called. The Mulaney's. There we go. But then we find out in Halloween Ends that Allison was dating a Mulaney. That was pretty cool. Like like all this stuff. They're all connected. I like that. Locations and stuff. Pretty groovy. Um, So I like that Halloween Kills also does this. It builds upon characters that we saw in 2018 that were the background. For example, there was a couple that was a nurse and a doctor. They're dressing up as a doctor and nurse, which is pretty cool. That them also appear in Halloween Kills. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that. It felt there's world building right there that's going on. And then, can we even talk about the peak that happens in the film? So, this is why it's like easily like probably my oh man, it's really hard to rank the Halloween films because like I really like 2018. The 2018 is still my favorite film because you could watch it and it could be considered a complete film, which that makes a big difference for me when I come to ranking movies. Like, there's a reason why I prefer the first Spider-Verse film over the second one because the first one feels like a complete movie, while the second one ends on a cliffhanger that really shouldn't have ended in a cliffhanger like that. Cause it's like, oh, well, the story's not complete. And the best example of a film that's ever done like being a to be continued story that feels complete was Avengers: Infinity War. The ending to that movie felt like an ending to a movie. Like if there was no movies after that, that would still feel like an ending. Which I don't know. I feel like writers should try to strive to do this to not leave things on cliffhangers. Granted, Halloween Kills, the extended cut. I'm not. That's the one I'm going to be using because I'm not sure why you would use the theatrical cut because it's almost the same except for the ending difference. The ending, actually it's pretty cool. It's um what's the proper words? It's hold on, I got some notes right here. The ending was chillingly cool, as Past Me wrote. um, yeah, man, sorry, this is gonna be a ramble, isn't it? Huh. Okay. Let's see. Next point. Yeah, legacy characters. Okay, let's talk about legacy characters. What I really liked that Halloween Kills did, that 2018 sort of did, but did more was legacy characters. In the original film, whatever, original film, we had the characters, and then 2018, the only characters who came back was Laurie and Michael. And Laurie was played by Jamie Lee Curtis by both, which is pretty cool. But then we have and then Halloween 2018, Lindsay, reprised her role as Lindsay as well. And then we have forgive me if I do not know their names of the characters, but the nurse that was with Dr. Loomis in the beginning of Halloween, she also returns, as well as the officer that was the father of Laurie Strode's friend, who also returns to reprise his role. But as well as that, we also got two other characters, Tommy Doyle and Lonnie, who are not reprised by the original actors, but the characters are there represented, which is pretty cool. And I don't know, I just like the idea of bringing yeah, like it makes the whole universe feel more complete. And another thing that they brought back, which I was surprised 2018 didn't bring. That's my only complaint about 2018 was they didn't bring back the Myers house, and I'm so glad the Myers house returns. Like it's almost like its own character in my honest opinion. The Myers house recreation was pretty cool. And then, oh man, this is one of my favorite films of the Halloween franchise. We have a 1978 flashback. I was like, whoa, like I don't know. It's so cool. Like you cannot tell me this isn't the coolest thing out there. Like it felt like the original movie, but I mean, not okay. It did not feel like the original movie. It felt slightly cleaner and smoother than the original film, but that's to be expected of modern effects. But the whole vibe, they got it perfectly well. And oh man, like the Myers, the way he looks, this is my favorite look of the shape it has ever looked. I would even say this is my favorite mask, which is a bit shame that the mask isn't sold anywhere. It's like, please, Trick or Treat Studios, accept the Blumhouse mold. I believe that was the thing. Like, Blumhouse like offered them like, oh yeah, do you want to use the flashback mask? And then they're like, no, we don't need that mask. I'm like, no, I'm like, why are my favorite things like the rare and obscure stuff? That's never fair. So like that happened, the coolest mask out there, and I can get it. But this is pretty cool. I actually do own the coveralls and the boots that were used for this scene. And I don't know, I'm pretty proud of wearing them for Halloween. It's one of my favorite Halloween costumes I ever made in real life. I should have included a photo of myself, but I just realized I didn't prepare for that. But yeah, the whole flashback scene was amazing. Like I don't know, I just loved it. Like how could I don't know how can someone call it like one of the worst Halloween films out there? You know what? Let's address why people didn't like the film. So the two common consensus I got was the story, and as well as Evil Dies Tonight. Huh? I mean, yeah, I guess that's. I don't know. It never bothered me that the characters were saying "Evil dies tonight, evil dies tonight." Like I get that they're trying to like mimic mob mentality, which I mean, it kind of does happen in real life. But maybe not with a slogan. I guess that's why people were complaining about. But it was only said like maybe like around like I think like 30 times. I don't really know. I wasn't really actually counting, but it wasn't really like that much of a big of a deal. And if we were to like lump the scenes of when they say it, it's like even like not like 30 like separate times, but like until they say the word 30 times. But I don't remember like how many scenes it was even like it was a focus. But eh, I don't know. I don't know how that could really bother. I don't know. Like maybe I'm just the weird one that it didn't really. Well, I felt neutral. Like I wasn't super positive or super negative about that. I was like, oh, okay, they got a slogan. They want to rally together and kill Michael Myers. Which also another thing that was a positive was having the town feel like a character. Like it's so strange that some other films in the Halloween series have never attempted making like the town feel. I mean, no, actually, never mind, never mind. There's a few examples I can think of, but I like that. Like these people like have been haunted by the Myers, curse, I guess you could say. And then the fact they had an opportunity to end it, and they were all willing to work together to stop, the shape, and I like that a lot. That was pretty cool. So when it comes to the story, this is where it becomes subjective. The only complaints I saw about the story was, well, actually, quite a few. For starters, Laurie Strode, she's in the hospital for the majority of the movie, and I mean, I guess it's supposed to be like homage to the second Halloween film where Laurie's in the hospital, but in that film, she also faces off Michael Myers, and they do all that cool stuff. But I think the film was trying to make a point that, running the ground that Myers doesn't really care about Laurie Strode. He only tried to attack her those times because, she was just there, like that was really, there was no secret, reason. He had no agenda to hunt specifically Michael. And, having Laurie in the hospital, sure, that is boring, her only giving exposition. But it really did highlight that Myers doesn't really need Laurie to like move and stuff. Like it kills because it kills, and kills. Oh man, like like this is like top easily top three Myers I would not want to approach because like he goes to town. Like it's called Halloween Kills, and I believe it's the highest kill count in any of the Halloween franchise. And they were so cool. Like the firefighter scene in the beginning, like, whoa! Like he just handles like a water pressure spray. Like, he just walks through it, and goes after. I feel bad for the fireman, like, and then like after that he kills like an old couple, which is pretty sad. Well, he kills one old person because we find out in ends that the wife, she survives, and I think she was the woman from 2018, the Graveyard Keeper, I believe. I could be wrong, but I feel like that because I want to say like that, but I don't want to lock down 100% confirm it. But then it turns out that's not the case. But I think she was, and that's pretty cool if that's the case. Because like I said, I like how the films are all connecting through each other. And then we have one of my favorite scenes, which was Myers fighting the mob people in the neighborhood. I thought that was really cool. Like I don't know, like it was like we had the officer, from the first movie, like what was the line? Let me try to remember. It's Halloween. Everyone's entitled to a scare or something like that. And I thought that was a pretty cool. Like I don't know. I know like Halloween isn't like Marvel movies or Disney films where they make callbacks all the time. But when they, I don't know. Like I don't mind when films do callbacks. Like I know like it's slightly off topic. Alien Isolation, not Isolation. Sorry, Alien Romulus had like I think it was like one or two lines from past films, and people complained they took them out of them. Like it didn't really take me out of it because theoretically anyone could have said those lines. So, like, it didn't really feel like it. Yeah, it didn't take me out of it. Now, Halloween Kills, like, I mean, yeah, I guess it is pretty fan servicey, especially with the cool Easter eggs with Halloween 3 and other films. Oh, another thing I liked, the reference of Ben Tramer. Oh yeah. I guess in this timeline, Ben Tramer didn't get ran over by a car. In Halloween 2. Oh my goodness, I don't know why the like it's a bit side tangent. Halloween 2. Um, when we see Ben Tramer. Well, I mean, we don't see him, but we know it's him under the. He's wearing like a Michael Myers mask, but with a blonde hair instead. Which I don't know why he was wearing mechanic's coveralls to begin with, because like, what's his costume supposed to be? Michael was just put on the mask. He was wearing coveralls. That he got from the mechanic, but like, I don't know what Ben Trimmer was doing. And then the officers hit him, not because they thought he was Michael Myers, but because they just didn't see him. Which that was like so dumb. I'm like, I'm sorry. This is one of the like. I want to make a like tangent of why I'm not a fan of Halloween 2, but that was like one of them. And I mean, that's not the big reason. The big reason for me was because I don't like a sibling and stuff, and honestly, the film felt like a drag. I don't know. I gotta make a more in-depth explanation for that, in the future. So we have. Let me check my checklist just to make sure. So okay, we talked about this. Ooh, okay, okay. So a thing that I really appreciated about Halloween Kills was portraying the shape. So Michael Myers, or the Shape as it's referred to at times, um, it's pretty interesting of how many people try like to portray the Shape, but the thing is, there was never been a time, pre Blumhouse where they got the Shape and it felt like they did it right. The best because like in the original film, Michael just kills. It just hunts. It stalks its prey and then it just kills. That's what it does. Um, but then Halloween 2 through 4, 5, 6, and the other version of 6, they gave it motives and stuff like that, which I never liked that at all. And then we have H2O, which is the following of 2, and then Resurrection. I forgot the other one was after H2O. And then we have the Rob Zombie, which, I mean, that's like an alternate universe. Like, I really don't want to talk about those either. But, I don't know. I don't like the idea of giving the Shape motives. I just like it that it just kills. And something that I really enjoyed was in the Blumhouse films, Myers, the Shape, also likes to decorate the bodies. They're like Halloween decorations. Something I really enjoyed in the first film. And I'm glad that they, brought, not exaggerated, but made it more prominent. There we go. In the Blumhouse trilogy, and especially in Kills, like I really liked what he did with the bodies. It was pretty cool, pretty chilling, pretty Halloweeny, and as well as that, the Shape. Yeah, he does. You can't really read him. There's no emotions. It's just doing its thing, and I really like that. I don't know. This is like I don't know. I guess you could argue that in this film, the Shape kills way too much. But I'm like, granted, he never had the opportunity to kill this much. That's the thing. So like, I think it's pretty believable that the Shape is like this. The only problem that I would argue that I don't like about the Blumhouse trilogy Shape is it's too tall. Like I don't know. I don't remember the exact height. It was like 5'8" or 5'10", but the Shape in the original film wasn't tall, and that's what made it more imposing. That it was just a thing, that just resembles a man, and, and it just has no emotion and it killed. And I don't know, and the fact that it was a very average man, that's the thing that I liked about it, but I mean, I guess Myers is tall, and this, I mean, I don't know, because I understand why you want to make Myers tall, because, for most, um, smaller people. Oh gosh, the struggles of being tall and describing. I mean, I guess people below my height. I guess it's kind of scary, to go up against a tall person. I wouldn't know the feeling because I rarely get to see people taller than me. Not flexing or anything. Totally not flexing here. Uh, but yeah, I guess taller Michael is. It's an argue. People would probably argue that they prefer taller Michaels out there. I'm in the camp of saying keep him at average height, but that's I'm probably a minority for that. Um, but yeah, I really like the portrayal of the shape. Everything about it was pretty cool. I guess there. Okay, some people complained about two moments of Michael Myers. One of them was when he gets attacked by. Well, I guess he was getting. Well, yeah, he was attacked by the woman dressed up as a nurse, right, with a gun. And the thing is, like, he opens a door, and then like she ends up shooting herself accidentally. Which people thought, oh, that's goofy. Why would this happen? Like, oh, she should have done this and that. I don't know. Like, this is something that's might be odd, but I always felt like the shape is always calculating its thoughts when there's ever a gun present. For example, in the flashback scene when he's fully surrounded, it doesn't move. It just stays eerily still. It knows that these bullets we are capable of finishing it off, and it's pretty interesting that as well in the scene where in the neighborhood people are all ganging up on Michael Myers. I feel like it was counting how many bullets are being fired because the moment like that one guy ran out of bullets, he started going to town, and then he started slowly knocking everyone, not knocking, killing them one by one. Which I don't know. I think that was pretty cool. So like I feel like in my personal opinion, Michael was just knew that if it swung the door open, she would end up hurting herself. Like I feel like that was it was like not accidental. I felt like that was calculated. Then another moment that people complained about Myers is oh no, I'm trying to remember what it was. So like okay, we got that scene and oh okay, okay. No, I remember. It's just characters when they have the opportunity to kill Myers, they just don't do it. I mean, yeah, I mean I guess that's slightly annoying. Like I think the best one comes to is Karen Strode. She's Laurie's daughter. She was rescuing Alice Strode. Wait, Karen Strode. Her last name is not Strode. My bad. I don't remember. But Karen, Laurie's daughter, was trying to save her own daughter, Alice. And the thing is, like, she uses a pitchfork against Myers, and then Myers is down, and she could have theoretically go for the head, but no, she didn't do that, and then Myers keeps going, and when people knock down Myers, they didn't really go for the head once again, which I mean, yeah, that is kind of annoying, but because like we're giving characters obvious plot armor, and the worst part is that it didn't bother me because I knew there was going to be a final film, which I don't know why people were mad at the end. The film that Myers lives, I'm like, yeah, there's a third film, like what would Halloween Ends be about? I mean, little did we know, little did we know. uh, I don't know, like these are moments that I didn't really feel like bothered me that much, and I don't know, like I just really want this film. I'm not gonna say it's like the perfect Halloween film. That's like pretty like um pretty. It's not something you can just easily say. Let's just say that. But I really feel like Halloween Kills should never be lumped in with the bad films, the bad ones. Like you're telling me that you would like it's the same level of quality as Halloween 5, 6, the other six. Oh gosh, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Halloween Ends. Like yeah, I'm gonna lump Halloween Ends in the bad film category. You can't do this. You can't put kills in here. It's enjoyable. Um I don't know, like every time I watch this film with family and friends, they're having a fun time. They're not even like, "Ugh, grr, this film's bad, blah blah blah, 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 blah." I don't even I never get that. So like every time I see someone like I meet, granted these are online interactions, I rarely get to talk to people that actually are Halloween fans, which is kind of sad now I'm thinking about it. Wait, where's the it's pretty sad when you think about it that a lot of people just aren't fans of Halloween in IRL that I meet. But the online interactions, for some reason, they're like, "Oh yeah, this is the worst film. It's trash." Well, this is before Ends came out. Like, I'm like, "Who are you people? What do you mean? Like, did we watch the same film? I don't think we did. Like I said, it's Halloween 2018, but more of it. That's the only thing that. Oh, okay. There's a scene that actually I cannot defend, and that is the hospital scene. So in the film, there's a character that was introduced in 2018, which like I said, connected, world and whatnot. He was one of the mental ill patients of Sanitary Grove Hospital, was it? I don't forget what it's called. Treatment center or something like that. He was one of the few people that escaped the bus, and this year I actually barely noticed that, because like he had an umbrella in 2018, and then Halloween Kills, we actually see the umbrellas left inside a car that he was trying to drive. So that was a pretty cool detail I did not realize until now this year. But like, so he walks into the hospital asking for help, and then for some reason people are like, "Is that Myers? Is that Michael Myers? Oh man, Michael Myers is here!" And then they all go, "Evil dies tonight," and they all start, rummaging, the hospital trying to kill this guy, which was, I mean, yeah, I can't really defend this at all because it's really weird because. I'm pretty sure, like, 'cause, like on the news, it just shows people escaped, and yeah, I don't blame them because it didn't say the names of the characters. But guys, he asked for help. I'm like, that's not what Myers would do. He doesn't have the same like build, Like I don't think Myers would run away. Granted, I guess people would assume Myers would have done that. They never met the shape up close and personal. Uh, and yeah, the guy, jumps off a building because like he's so scared of the people, trying to kill him and whatnot. And then he dies, and then like Tommy's like, oh man, okay, let's go hunt Myers. Which I mean, yeah, I guess that. I mean, I don't know. Tommy really wanted to get rid of Myers. That was one of his goals. I understand why it's kind of insensitive that they just killed a guy and then you move on from that. Yeah, I really can't really defend that scene. Honestly, that's like the one scene I would cut if I could, or shorten it drastically because it felt way too long and overdone. Like you already knew what was gonna happen, so I mean it was pretty annoying because like I mean I guess that's the point of the film. You're supposed to be annoyed by the citizens of Haddonfield, knowing that they're not perfect protagonists and whatnot. But yeah, it really did bother. That is the one part of the film that I really did not like. Like, oh man, like oof, like Halloween 2018, the only scene I did not like was just the mannequin jump scare scene, where Alice is in the backyard of Laurie Strode's place, and for some reason they're like zooming in, zoom cuts to the mannequins, and she's scared of them. Like, I mean, I understand her being scared of them, but zoom cuts, nah, that's just weird. So Halloween Kills, like, yeah, I don't know why, like, I get they were trying to portray that, Haddonfield isn't squeaky clean, and whatnot, but yeah, it left a little bad taste in my mouth. Yeah, there was no repercussions of it at all. Like, no, yeah, can't really defend that one. Another thing I enjoyed was, let's see. Ooh, okay, we're almost done here. We're almost done here. Um, because I wrote little points that I wanted to discuss. So a thing so yes, this is basically our babbles. We're hopping all over the place. But another thing I really did enjoyed was the expansion of the Shapes lore, but not in a way that like it. I don't know. It expands in a way that I kind of enjoyed. So what we have is the beginning of Halloween Kills. One of the officers who apparently actually was a rare individual that actually played with Myers as a kid. And then he always said that Myers was more obsessed with his sister Judith Myers' bedroom, looking out the window. And then we see the cop, later looking out the window, and he gets killed by Michael. And then later, Alice, she also gets killed by Michael when she stares at the window. And both times they have that look where they finally understand, what about everything, And that is something that was really cool, pretty awesome. Having Myers wanted to return to his house just so he could look at the window again. Uh, the only complaint I would have about it is that it didn't tie, like, there was no conclusion to Halloween Ends. Like, I really wished, like, Laurie Strode stood in that window and for her to connect everything. Like, you don't need to tell the viewer anything because, like, that makes the mystery of it and stuff. But, oh, man, that's the reason why I don't like ends. Like, it doesn't, like, feel like a proper conclusion. There's a lot of loose ends that were never tied, and that's one of them, the Myers house and the window. Uh, so let me see. Let's wrap it up with the ending. So the ending, in the theatrical cut, Myers kills Alice, not Alice, Karen Strode, because Karen's the one that looks out the window. Sorry if I got the characters mixed up. So Karen looks out the window. She gets killed by Myers, and then that's how it ends in the theatrical cut. Extended cut, which if you own the Blu-ray version, or I'm not sure if the DVD, I'm assuming the DVD would have it, but if you own a home release version, always watch the extended cut because it adds a scene that really was really necessary because it just it builds up. It makes it's pretty hype. So Laura, pretty worried about how things are going. She calls Karen, and then the shape picks up the phone, and all Laura hears is the shape's breathing. And she's like, "I'm coming for you, Michael." And then she gets up, wields a knife, and it's pretty hype, It's pretty exciting. I like that, like it actually got you hyped for the next film. I don't know why that was not in the theatrical cut, but you win some, you lose some. Actually, we lost a lot for that. I really don't know why that was not part of the theatrical cut. Maybe I'm not sure if this um little scene would have saved the film for Halloween Kills haters, but it's something that I feel like was pretty cool and awesome. Like, yeah, that's the thing about this film. It has a lot of more positives than negatives. That's the thing. Like, this is why I can't consider it a quote unquote bad Halloween film. It's like Halloween, but more of it. That's literally what I'm gonna keep saying over and over. And I guess people were mad that Michael somehow survived all the stuff, and then Laurie's speech is saying like, Michael, like he's no more like no average mortal man. The more he kills, the more stronger he becomes. He becomes fear, and I guess why people didn't like that it was might lean a bit too supernatural, which it didn't felt like supernatural. What for me, what I got from that little end speech was Laurie saying that because she said two different things, basically saying that, oh, he's like really strong, like, but she doesn't explain why she's strong. Instead, she goes on that he becomes stronger when he kills because he creates fear, because now we have characters that are going to be traumatized and fear that the boogeyman's out there and whatnot, just like she is, and I think that was a pretty cool thing right there. But and Halloween Ends had to do its thing. So yeah, that's my little ramble about Halloween Kills. An overhated film that honestly it got so many things right, only just a few things wrong. Which isn't that the case for almost every film out there? Almost I don't know. Like I would even argue that the original Halloween film like has a lot of moments that I didn't like at all. Which I don't know. Like that might be heresy to the Halloween community right there. And 2018 also had some problems too, but I think we could agree, like, for those films, like, they have more positives than negatives. Like, did the negatives really, drown out the film that badly? Like, so, mob mentality, Laurie not being present much, the hospital scene where the guy dies, and then Michael living, and stuff. Like, those are the only complaints I see, but also, I guess some characters being dumb, which, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's alright. I mean, were they really? Okay, maybe some were, but like, I don't know. Like, does that really like outweigh the flashback scene, the legacy characters, the world building, the awesome cool kills, Myers, performance, the whole tone of the movie. You know, I don't know. Like, I don't think it does. Like, I think I could easily say the Halloween Kills is definitely for sure one of I think it's my third favorite film. Like if I had to do a ranking, like top five, I would do like Halloween 2018 is my favorite. Then I like the original. Then it goes to Kills. Then it goes to H2O, and then the last one, ooh, number five. It's actually I'll save that for a mystery. I don't want anyone to like judge me harshly. I mean, okay, I'll say it. Season of the Witch. I enjoy Season of the Witch, but I don't know if people would really count that as Halloween 3. But yeah, I like the idea of what they were going with there. Um, so yeah, this has been my little Halloween special. Sorry for I probably should have put music, but I don't know. I was kind of like want to do something similar to like James Ralph's old videos where he would just talk about movies and stuff like that. There was no background music. And I don't know, I miss those times, of YouTube. Granted, I guess it would have been more cooler if I had more moving picture stuff, but I'm really scared because, like, how copyright works. Like, sometimes even still images, you get, like, copyright for that. Which, I mean, it's pretty rare, but it was pretty hard to gather pictures, and I didn't want to scour the internet for more, so we just ended up what we have. And, um, yeah, I really enjoyed Halloween Kills. I think it's overhated. That's my main message. It's Halloween 2018, but more of it. I've been the Basement Dweller. Take care. Have yourself a groovy Halloween. You know, yeah. Bye bye.